What's up, everybody? I'm Quinta Brunson.
And I'm Kate Peterman.
And this holiday season, we're bringing you Cisco and Treebird present a Christmas podcast spectacular on ice, where we will be reviewing your favorite Christmas movies from my perspective, a Jehovah's Witness who's never celebrated Christmas in her life.
And my perspective, someone who was raised Catholic and has been celebrating Christmas 365 days a year for the past 30 years.
That's right. We'll be talking about movies like Die Hard, A Christmas Carol,
Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, Christmas this, Christmas that. Tune in to check it out.
Brought to you by Starburns Audio, will be found on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher.
Anywhere you could hear a podcast, check us out.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Okay.
You want some water before we start?
I'm all right. Thanks.
Okay, man.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Okay, this.
Oh, God.
The show hasn't started yet, and we already have two stories that we can't say on the air because they'll be major losses. And they've already become a running gag.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we turn the mic on.
Right. One is one of my favorite stories in the history of show business. Yeah.
We'll be on the director's cut.
Yeah, right. That's fine.
And one has to do with a former guest, so I'm not gonna say anything else.
The only clue we'll give you, it's not Treat Williams. Yeah.
Was it Bill Macy?
Oh, I got a great Bill Macy story.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The guy from Maud? Do you want to do an intro or no?
Yeah, he's going to do an intro. You want to tell people who's on
I'll
the
give you
show?
the Bill Macy
Okay. It's Artie Lange. Okay. This is Gilbert, Gottfried's amazing Colossal podcast.
Good night. This is the last show ever.
And I'm here with my co-host, Frank Santopadre.
What's up, Frank?
Hi, Artie.
How you doing, pal?
Hi, pal. Good to see you.
Is that timer on your phone the time of me and Gilbert's career?
And my own.
Time left. Time left 59 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like the hourglass in The Wizard of Oz.
Shooting around like the space shuttle. It's going by that quick.
It's been a great ride.
All right.
Okay. Our guest this week is back for visit number 3. And we couldn't believe he made it here.
I consider for old time's sake not showing up.
Yes. We were having a discussion. Do you really think he'll be here?
You lost that bet. Yeah. I somehow offended Anthony Cumia. They said, "Oh, you're too out of control for the Anthony Cumia show."
Oh, jeez.
It's like getting kicked out of a Klan meeting, which I've done, by the way.
All right, try to get through it, Gil.
Go ahead, Gil.
Okay.
Everything's fine. We got 53 minutes left.
He's an actor, radio personality, podcaster, best-selling author.
It's true.
And one of the most popular and beloved stand-up comedians in the world. You've seen him in feature films like The Bachelor, Lost and Found, Old School, Elf, and Dirty Work.
Yeah.
And in TV shows, Mad TV. That's the show you're doing when you shit in your bed.
That way, yeah, when I was a pig, I dressed like a pig. I have a pig nose now, ironically enough. But I was dressed like in a sketch called Babe Watch.
Yes.
I was Babe the pig in Baywatch. And I was dressed like a pig, and I did cocaine through the pig nose and shit my bed at a motel.
We like to tuck that story right in the middle of the intro.
Now,
Alan King has a similar story.
Yeah. I believe he does.
Mayor Whittingham. That's her go-to story.
Oh, Lord.
When
What
she
other
does
podcast has mentioned Mayor Winningham? Ever. Mayor Winningham's the technology that created podcasts started long after her career was horribly over. No podcast has ever said Mayor Winningham. It's right up there with Joe Franklin.
We had him here, believe it
Oh,
or not.
that's fantastic.
Now,
I think we killed him.
I
fantastic.
spoke to what was it? What's his name? Orlando
Jones.
Yeah, Orlando Jones.
Orlando Jones.
Good guy.
Yeah.
And he said he was in the hotel room. with
Well, no,
you.
that was in Vegas.
So you
I shit my bed. I got
You
a hooker,
shouldn't.
and a hooker. I a hooker literally fucked the shit out of me. This hooker was on top. I got a hooker. I'm sorry, Frank.
That's all right.
Speaking of Mayor Winningham,
That's a
all
segue.
you St. Elmo's Fire fans. So no, I got this whore who was like kind of overweight. And she was on top, and she kept riding me, and I had all this cocaine and Mexican food, and which is a great combination if you want to get lightheaded. And so she was riding me, and I shit myself while she was riding me. She said, "That's an extra $50." The greatest. So that's that story. And Orlando was in the other.
Okay.
Yeah, he was actually was a double bed,
Oh,
like Ricky and Lucy. Orlando and I could be on the same bed unless one of us had one foot on the floor. Yeah, so that's one of the more embarrassing stories.
Good guy, Orlando. By the way.
Orlando Jones
Yeah,
was my
sweetheart.
roommate. He was my roommate in L.A.
and because this is a show business show,
Yeah.
do you think that
It
same
is.
thing? Do you think that same story ever happened to Spencer Tracy?
Once when Katharine Hepburn was a little heavy. Mine was also an African queen.
He's quick.
Spencer, you old poot. Spencer, you old poot.
Are you going to try to get through the rest
By
of
the
that?
way,
or you're
Gilbert,
gonna
it
just
looks like Katharine Hepburn took some Ritalin and cut your hair. Looks like Michael J. Fox shaved you.
That's the
Spencer.
Chinatown special.
Spencer, did you have some cocaine in a burrito?
He walks miles to get that haircut.
Yeah,
Artie.
Yeah,
Chinatown.
yeah, he walks miles to get everything. Gilbert walked to Montreal to the festival.
Okay.
I'm sure people know who's here now.
Yeah, I think Artie Lange. Yeah.
We're going to plug the books and everything, Artie.
That's fantastic.
No, I think a lot of people right now are listening and going, is that Diane Wiest?
First of all, a lot of people are not listening.
That's the first line. Diane Weed.
Second of all, yeah.
Wow.
I think I had a Diane Wiest infection once. I've got a Wiest infection. A Diane Wiest infection. It comes from doing 2 Woody Allen movies.
Do you have a question to ask this man,
No.
Gil? Good. Welcome back, Artie.
Thank you. That was a great introduction.
That he didn't get through.
I immediately want to trademark the term Diane Wiest infection.
This was part of your intro. Welcome back to the show. A
Yeah.
man who has a small child who has a small child was tossed into Frankie Valli's dressing room.
That's right.
Artie Lange.
That's right. My father, we were it was when Frankie Valli's career was in the shitter. And much like mine and Gilbert's. It was when his clock was ticking. And we were in Wildwood, New Jersey, 1969. I was 2 years old. My father found out that he was in the same hotel as us and threw one of my toys in an open hotel room that was his. And he walks in, he sees Frankie Valli, has me like singing Sherry to me on the sink, shaving, which was,
It's a sweet story.
Absolutely.
Because your parents were trying to get Frankie Valli tickets.
Yeah. And
it's in the book. It's in the first
they had
book.
dinner with him and everything.
Yeah.
The picture with me,
Now,
Frankie Valli.
Yeah,
Frank-
the picture's great.
Yeah.
Did Frankie Valli ever shit in the and
Big girls don't shit.
And when it was coming out, did he go, ah?
I can see him. I can take the night off.
Big girls don't shit.
This is great. I'm going to go in the booth and join Darren Frank.
Yeah.
I did want to say before it gets
I
completely
never saw
out of hand,
Frankie Valli shit himself.
the book, the Too Fat to Fish book is very sweet. And there's a lot of
Yes,
great stories about
absolutely.
your mom and pop in there. And people should buy it and read it to see another
It's been
side
out
of you.
for 12 years.
I know, but what the hell?
Yeah.
We can move some old books.
Absolutely. No, I say I've written 3 books, and I say them much. It's the same like with Godfather 1, 2, and 3. If you buy all 3 of those DVDs, it's perfect for a party because you could watch 1 and 2 and do coke off of 3. You could say the same for my books.
There's also the great bank teller story in that first book.
I got arrested for attempted bank robbery when I was 17, which is a rite of passage when you're Italian in North Jersey. Yeah, sir. Give me the money, sir. Well, it was from a Woody Allen from Take the Money and Run. I was trying to be funny.
Oh, yes.
It says you have a gub. Now that's gun. Apt natural. I wrote a note to a teller who was cute, and she pressed the silent alarm. The cops came.
Good story.
Yeah, I got arrested for attempted bank robbery.
And didn't you think in the story you said that? You said, I have a gun, put the money in the bag.
Yeah.
And then you sign your name.
I signed my name. It said, thank you for your cooperation, Artie Lange Jr. I don't want them to think it was my dad. Yeah, the first line was, I have a gun. And a judge read that back to me in the courtroom for like an hour. In front of all these juvenile delinquents in the courtroom. Like in juvenile court, you can, the rest of the courtroom hears your shit. So he goes, Mr. Lange, let me read something to you. I have a gun. Put $50,000 into a bag. She went to give me the money. And
Didn't the SWAT team show up at the house of the girl you were seeing?
Well, the girl, my girlfriend, at the time was 18. I was 17. And she had an account at the bank. I didn't. So right after we left, the whole SWAT team showed up at her house.
Christ.
Yeah.
A good story.
That ruins a relationship. Has that happened with you and Daria? It's Zanies. They want the money back. Mammy. Yeah.
It's an old book, but full of good stories.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Too Fat to Fish.
Absolutely.
We'll plug it.
Thank you very much.
Of course. I like a guest who brings his own notes, Artie.
Well, no, I had a couple of jokes that I wanted to share with Gilbert because these aren't really jokes. They're just things I got. Like he had a lot of Twitter outrage in his life.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share some of my Twitter outrage.
Oh, great.
Okay, you know the show Mixed-ish?
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay, it's about a biracial family. I pitched a show. This got me a death threat on Twitter. I pitched a show about a biracial brain dead family called Mixed Vegetables. A woman told me her son was brain dead. I said, then don't tell her the joke. An animated whale with cancer, a movie called Finding Chemo.
So have you seen The Irishman yet?
So what is that the Scorsese movie?
Yeah. I know you're a Scorsese guy.
I know I haven't seen. Is that out?
I think it's there've been screenings, certainly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They went back to that well, the gangster well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they
the
needed to
reviews
do-
have been through the roof.
Oh yeah, okay.
So-
I know I'm dying. Anything with Scorsese, sure.
What did you think of what he said about superhero movies? Did you hear that?
What was it? They're all
They're
just
ruining, basically ruining not cinema,
yeah.
their amusement park rides.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they just keep telling the same fucking story over and over. How many times are you going to tell that Batman story? I don't give a shit. Or the Joker?
At least 6 more.
How many times are you going to hear about the Joker? He fell in some acid. and he, I don't know, he's a serial killer. Well, you know, I mean, you know, after Cesar Romero, we were fine with that. The dynamic dimwits.
Did you see that?
I mean, they keep going back to Superman.
Yeah, Coppola too. They both came out against.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, I understand their point.
Yeah.
How many fucking the Avengers? It's all the same shit. We get it. I think they did. Legos were Batman, right?
They did.
They made
a
Legos.
Batman Lego movie.
Yeah,
for sure.
Now,
how about an Italian Batman with Dagos? Outrageous.
Now, I heard, someone told me a story.
You heard.
About what, with your nose.
Yeah.
How it happened.
Well, it happened a few ways.
Okay.
30 years of snorting drugs is the first way.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah. Another way is a bookie who I owed money to punched me in the face. Another way is I was with another hooker, not the same whore that I shot myself with, another one. And she cut it. We were...
This is the one I heard. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's why I'm closing with it. I was in a hotel room in St. Louis.
Yes.
The Four Seasons. Well, so Gilbert can relate. I was at the Motel 6.
Right, exactly. Doesn't know from the Four Seasons.
I was at the Least Western.
That's an orchestral piece.
The
Gilbert,
Worst Western.
Did you see the documentary? The Gilbert doc?
I'm in it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in it. That's right. You're in it. What the hell am I thinking?
That's the only movie.
And I think your nose was bleeding in that
It
one.
was, sure, of course.
Yeah. But tell us, you were with a hooker.
Who directed that? Martin Borsese? The Gilbert documentary, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. So I'm in a hotel room with a hooker. We all have a story like this, right? In St. Louis.
Yes.
And we were snorting pills. We were snorting oxycodons. You have to crush them up really fine to snort them. So I'm in the shower, and I come out like Jackie Gleason in a robe with this hooker. I want what I want. Either you have a motorboat with 2 propellers, or I'll go
Somewhere else.
Oh, that's good oxycodone.
Hello, oxycodone.
This oxycodone's the greatest oxycodone in the world. Good night, everybody.
I said to the hooker, do you mind if I punch you to the moon? Do you mind if I hit you so hard you'll go to the moon? What are you talking about? So she crushes up the pills, but we ordered room service. And she had a salt shaker she was trying to crush the pills up with, and her not being Einstein. She wasn't Alberta Einstein. She broke the glass salt shaker, and a lot of the glass got into the powder. And she could have worked in a refinery. She made it really fine. She cut these lines up, and then she got called down to the front desk because I bought her a fur coat. It's such a long story. And then I came out, and like Jackie Gleason in my robe, I'm like, whoa, look out! Some men are gonna snort some oxys. Clear the field.
Nice.
Yeah, look out! Some men are gonna snort some
connection.
drugs. And I snorted the line, and it was like a zipper went up my nose. And my nose started to bleed. I had a show that night, and I had to cancel it, and I had to go to the hospital.
So you snorted glass and salt.
And oxycodone.
The oxycodone was the only good thing.
Yeah, no, because
that you
the
snort-
oxycodone is so good, and this is where oxycodone gets a bad rap, and heroin. It's so good that it canceled out the other 2 things.
Now I want to try it.
Wow.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
You'll be broke in a year. All that parrot money will be gone. guy.
Artie, I'm going to make you toss in some of these great movie quotes you've been doing on Twitter. And since you brought up Gleason,
Right.
do you know the Smokey and the Bandit one by heart?
Yeah, I think I could do the Smokey and the Bandit. Okay.
These are great. They're on Artie's Twitter feed.
Burt Reynolds talking to Jackie Gleason at a bar. You chasing somebody? Someone chasing you, Sheriff? Ain't nobody chasing me, boy. What you chasing after, a bank robber? Bank robbing? Bank robbing's baby puke compared to what this dude's been doing. Nearly killed 700 officers of law, knocking over mailboxes, driving through backyards, got a broad in the car, that's kidnapping, driving over a state line, that's a man act. I don't think he's got a license. How's that for high digs?
Nice.
Nobody makes a possum's peck out of Sheriff Buford except for shut your ass. My favorite though is when he doesn't. He's talking to the one sheriff on the CB radio, and he doesn't realize it's a black guy. So he finally sees the sheriff, and he walks up to him and he goes, "Hey boy, run and fetch me Sheriff Branford. I am Sheriff Branford. Oh, you sounded a lot taller on the radio." And then he looks at his son and goes, "What's the goddamn world coming to?"
Nicely done.
Jackie Gleason in that movie is actually underrated.
Terrific in that movie.
He should have got an Oscar for that. He was nominated for The Hustler.
Yes.
I'd love to remake that movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's that movie that you like that he's in that we talked about? Is it
Gleason?
Soldier in the Rain?
No. I like him in The
he's good.
Hustler.
Yeah.
He
great
got
in The Hustler.
nominated for that.
Yeah.
He got nominated for The Hustler.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because
Good
he can
actor.
really shoot pool.
Good straight actor.
And I like just that one line of play pool fast, Eddie.
Yeah. I am playing pool fats. When I'm done, you can play.
Did we talk about this last time that Friedkin briefly considered him for Popeye Doyle?
Oh, wow, that would have been great.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
I don't know what went wrong with that. And they considered Peter Boyle, who didn't want to do it because he had already made Joe.
Peter Boyle, yeah.
And people
yeah.
were screaming at him on the street.
I love Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
I love Peter Boyle.
Also great.
Okay, here, now I can ask you a question and attach it to movies.
Go ahead.
Now, okay, you are in rehab. Is it anything at all like in movies like Frank Sinatra?
No.
And, yeah.
In
Frank
what?
Sinatra's not
Man with a
Man
golden
Man
arm?
With the golden arm.
There's no one who looks like Frank Sinatra in rehab.
Or Sandra Bullock?
There's no one who looks like Ronan Farrow either. No. Yeah, 28 Days with Sandra Bullock. No. First of all, I love all the hot chicks that are in the rehab.
Yes.
I was the hottest human being in the rehab. I was easily the best-looking human being, including the women in the fucking rehab. All right? Yeah, Sandra Bullock. There's a lot of Sandra Bullocks going to state-run rehabs, eating 4-month-old Rice Krispies. Yeah, that's what they're fucking doing. I don't. That movie really pisses me off because it's like it's hot chick after hot chick, and a lot of these chicks are crystal meth addicts, and if you want to go from Denise Richards to Keith Richards in a month, smoke crystal meth. I mean, meth is like you're just up for 18 straight weeks. You get bags under your eyes. No, the movies that haven't come. I want to do a real rehab movie. The problem is no one watching because there's no one good looking in it. There's no leading person in it. Everyone looks like
a little more like the cast of Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
More like
A
shaved.
little more like, no one's even as good looking as the chief. No one's as good looking as the guy who played Ignatowski.
And
Christopher
which are
Lloyd.
the drugs
Danny DeVito would be like David Beckham.
Is the other guy Billy Bibbit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
Brad
yes.
Yeah, that Brad Pitt.
And all the drugs that rot your teeth out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, I mean, everybody looks like, they grew up in Bayonne. Because they did.
So you don't think Sandra Bullock?
No,
is
I never saw any
junkie?
Sandra Bullock types in the rehab. No. There's no young Lola Falana.
Lola Falana. Bless your heart.
Oh, yeah. There's no one who could have been in a Fantasy Island episode. Except Tattoo.
So you never saw Charlize Theron?
Only when the way she looks in Monster. Yeah. No, not Charlize Theron. Yeah, Charlie Tillis. Mel Tillis. Nobody even close. That's the biggest. I mean, because obviously Hollywood likes to put all good-looking people in movies. Is why Gilbert does a lot of cartoons.
See you laughing, Dara.
Hey Gilbert, can you be in this movie? No, if we're gonna make it. Gilbert's the only one available. Let's make it a cartoon.
Oh, Lord.
Can John Stamos play the parrot? No. The only one available is Gilbert Gottfried. Let's spend the extra $50 million to animate the movie. With the money we're saving, not getting a huge movie star. With the money we're saving on Gilbert's camp fare.
Oh, my God.
Let's animate the movie. How about The Quiet Man for lines of
Let's have a little. Come on. I know you take requests on Twitter.
I love in The Quiet Man when he's fighting the guy and they're at the bar.
Sure.
They take a break to have a beer, and the guy throws a beer in John Wayne's face, and John Wayne says to the bartender, "Bar towel," and then he goes, "What time is it?" 5:30. Thanks. And he just punches the guy in the face, and they continue an insane riotous brawl throughout Dublin. Yeah.
How about a scene from The Pope of Greenwich Village? Because I know you know these by heart.
Okay, this is one of my favorite exchanges. This is Eric Roberts, not Julia. Eric Roberts talking to his dad in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The nose shines his own shoes, Pop. That ain't success. Oh yeah, what's your idea of success? Knowing how to spend it. I never bought some chicken for a broad, Pop, wasn't at least cordon bleu. I never bought a bottle of champagne, wasn't at least Dom Perignon. I went on a street, Pop. I took $500 off of Shylock to see Sinatra at the Garden, sat 2 seats away from Tony Bennett. That's success.
Nice. By the way, you can see all of these on Artie's Twitter feed.
That's right.
And he takes requests.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do all of Gilbert's movies.
Do you do Funky Monkey?
What have you been in? What have you been in? What is your filmography?
Yeah. How to Be a Player.
He's in Baps.
House Party 3.
Now it's a party.
Yeah. Funky Monkey is one of the better ones.
Was Rodney in Funky Monkey, or was that was Back by Midnight?
Back by Midnight.
With Rodney.
With Rodney Dangerfield's in a movie called Back by Midnight?
With him.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know he did. I didn't know he did something after the Wally Sparks
Meet Wally
debacle.
Sparks.
Oh, and
He's in that too.
I appeared in Meet Wally
He's in it.
Sparks.
Well, really? Have you looked at your royalties lately? I appeared in Wally Sparks.
I use that line to get laid. Oh, miss, I appeared in Meet Wally Sparks.
Well, really, we don't want to meet you.
Ford Fairlane he's in.
Yeah, of course.
What else,
All
Gil?
the biggies.
Yeah,
Yes.
the biggies.
Gilbert's ended more careers than the Blacklist.
What about the one where you played Hitler? Was that Highway to Hell?
Oh, yes.
Highway to
wow.
Hell.
That
Yeah.
would also suck.
Versatile.
People feel so ripped off when they see a Gilbert movie. They call it getting me Jude.
He's like Bruno Ganz. His Hitler was a tour de force.
Hitler? I'd love to see your Hitler. A better one would be One Hitler Missed. I got in trouble because this guy in the paper, there's another Twitter thing. I said, this was a true story. This 100-year-old Jewish plumber, he was a Holocaust survivor, and he had this weird stat. He survived the Holocaust. He was also the most requested Jewish plumber in the history of New Jersey. And I tweeted out that he was the only guy to make both Schindler's and Angie's List.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Those are two biggies.
That's a hip joke.
Those are two biggies. Those are two big lists.
So tell us about your triumphant return to stand-up. We were talking about you've been getting some good reviews.
Yeah. It started in Albany, and it's ending here.
This is it, huh?
I went back. Yeah, but listen, much the way Ray Romano writes new jokes about having children, and Gilbert doesn't.
Whatever do you mean?
Much the way a comedian writes new jokes, and Gilbert doesn't.
You're saying those Corbett and Monica references in his act aren't fresh?
Gilbert's got Dead Sea Scrolls lines. But, I lead this awful, crazy life. Mm-hmm. So I use that almost as a business model. I mine that for material. So these stories, again, like the sniffing glass stories, like, sophisticated, normal, classy human beings don't have these stories. So I think they find them fascinating. So I'm benefiting from that.
That's great.
I tell those stories on stage, yeah.
When did you get back up? In just a couple of months ago?
About 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was locked up for 8 months. Again, rehab with Sandra Bullock and Megan Fox. All the hot chicks that go to rehab. And
Giselle Bundchen.
She in rehab. B. Benaderet.
Yeah. Chad Lowe. Tyrese Gibson. Yeah, all the normal people you see in rehab. The Victoria's Secret catalog. Just like 28 days. So I had a lot of time to think. I was in jail for 2 months.
And unlike him, I'm assuming you used that time to write some new material.
Yeah, that differs how I use the last 8 months and Gilbert's used the last 50 years. In the last 50 years, Gilbert hasn't found time to write one joke. He wonders why I'll Never Walk Alone doesn't kill at the end of it.
Now, wait a minute. The Amish material's fairly new, right, Gil?
Oh, that's right.
That's about like 4 years old.
Yeah. Unlike the Amish, that's fairly new.
Now, getting back to Men with the Golden Arm.
What a reference.
What about when he's rolling around and
the withdrawals.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's real.
But again, you don't look like Frank Sinatra when you do it. No, it's terrible. The thing about heroin, which is, why I strongly don't recommend it for you young people, is it's different than any other drug, opioids, because you need it every 8 hours. Like, in other words, if you become a heroin addict and it gets physically inside your system, you need more heroin. Like, you need oxygen every 8 hours. So you go into these horrible withdrawals that makes you do desperate things, like, blow a midget under a bridge in Pittsburgh or accidentally snort glass. But
so tell us about the time you blew Hervé villages. Artie, suck my dick, Artie. Oh, I give you all the cocaine you want. Oh.
That sounds exactly like my dealer. That sounds exactly like my dealer in Washington Heights.
Oh, give me some Folatio.
Dick cock. Smiles, everyone, smiles. This is Artie Lange's fantasies to do heroin with a midget. And Barbie Benton.
Barbie Benton.
And Mayor Winningham. You know what a lot of millennials are going to relate to the Mayor Winningham.
And what was the name I'm trying to remember that actress, Katia or something.
Tia Carrera?
No. The
that
one-
actress, Tia Carrera.
Beverly Hills 902.
Oh, Gabrielle Carteris.
Yes. What
happened
she
with
was the
her?
president of SAG.
No. I mean, I just think
She's the
that's
president of SAG.
She was for a while.
Does that have to do with her tits? I'm looking at your tits, Gabriella. You should be the president of SAG.
Wow.
Here's what you're hearing in a bunch of vegan restaurants as soon as they put Gilbert's podcast. Mayor Winningham, click. Artie Lange's here. Mayor Winningham, click. We'll pass on that one. So Bill Macy, you had Bill Macy on, the guy from Maud. Okay.
Twice. He just died at 97.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Had a long
Well,
run.
I did.
And I think it was drugs.
Yeah, right. Jared Tall. I did the sitcom with Norm Macdonald for 2 years on ABC, The Norm Show, and he was a guest star. So Nikki Cox was on the show, okay, with big tits. Her name
Yes.
Her name is Nikki Cox. Okay, so we're at the network read-through. Like there's network people there, writers and shit like that, producers, and Bill was a loud guy. And Nikki Cox walks up to him and hugs him and says, "Hi, my name is Nikki Cox." And he looks right at her tits and goes, "Really? I'm Bill Pussy."
That's Bill.
I swear to God.
That's Bill.
The only two people laughing were me and Norm Macdonald. And wait, and Bill Macy. Nikki almost started to cry. He goes, "Hi, I'm Nikki Cox. I'm Bill Pussy." That's the true story. So he had to write her a letter of apology, and
Wow.
he's the first Me Too victim, and he had to send her flowers.
Wow.
I'm Bill Pussy. She comes and she had enormous tits. I'm Nikki Cox.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to make you do another one of these.
Go ahead.
This one is one of your...
Another Mexican midget. Another Parisian dwarf.
This was on your Twitter page, on your Twitter. This is you and Will in Elf.
Oh, yeah, okay. This is Will Ferrell talking to me as the Santa Claus in Elf. "You're not Santa. You're a fake." "I'm a fake?" "Yeah. How'd you like to be dead?" "If you're Santa Claus, what song did I sing you on your birthday last year?" Why, happy birthday, of course." "You're not Santa. You're a fake. You smell like beef and cheese." And then he pulls my beard and goes, "He's not Santa. He's not Santa." And then we fight each other. That scene was the most fun to shoot because me and him got to destroy the toy toy department of a store, and it was one take. So we just got to throw shit at each other. It was fantastic.
Did you get to spend any time with Con making that movie?
Yeah. Okay. Here's my James Caan story.
Okay.
Okay. At the premiere for Elf,
Because you're the world's biggest Godfather
Yeah,
fan.
absolutely. At the premiere for Elf, I'm talking to James Caan, and James Caan, first of all, is the size of Hervé Villechaize.
He's a short guy.
These movie stars, I worked with Tom Cruise once, and he, in Funky Monkey, and he's like 4'10", and it's weird. So James Caan, he's Sonny Corleone, but
Sure.
he came up to about my chin, and the last thing he says to me, I'm trying to make small talk with him the whole time, and I guess someone told him I was a comedian. This is the last thing he says to me. He goes, "You're a comedian, right?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What's the worst thing a broad could hear after she blows Willie Nelson?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I'm not Willie Nelson. I'll see you later." And I haven't talked to him since. "What's the worst thing a broad could hear after she blows Willie Nelson?" I go, "I'm not Willie Nelson." And he walked away.
He did not disappoint.
But Sonny Corleone telling that joke is fantastic. Also,
Yeah.
Scott Conn told me the same joke.
I just remembered another part from Pope of Greenwich Village that I love.
Oh,
It's
no, there's
like-
a lot of great ones.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
"What? You gotta slap him around a little. I mean, not like somebody from the other side. But, when they embarrass you, you put your coat on, you don't say goodnight to no one."
By the way, the they in that is women.
Yeah.
You know when they embarrass you.
We got to get Eric Roberts on here.
Oh,
He's been a great storyteller.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Julia's morphing into Eric. Maybe you can get it.
Oh, my God.
She's transgendering. And
See, it's another movie of the many movies where people look way too good.
Yeah.
And this was a Scorsese film.
yeah, it's a big problem.
And that is
What, Shutter Island?
No. In Gangs of New
Gangs of New
York.
York, yeah.
Did anybody back then look like Cameron Diaz?
Or Leonardo
Or
DiCaprio.
Leo.
And yeah.
Well,
I
first
mean,
of all, I can't. When Leonardo DiCaprio does an accent, I can't even look at the screen. I can't. I can't. Oh, hey, she stole your timepiece. What's happened to earnings here?
he took me Lucky Charms.
She stole me Lucky Charms.
Magically delicious.
Orange stars, green clovers. Leonardo, that's the term Lucky Charms is not in the script. I'm working on the accent. Or in Blood Diamond, his South African accent.
Blood Diamond,
in Blood Diamond. Hello there. Hello there.
Kingfish?
Hello there, Mr. Diamond Seller. My research tells me this is how you smoke.
Well, this is the Fresh Air Cab Company.
The fresh air cab. I'm gonna take these smuggled diamonds in a fresh air cab.
Wow.
But no. Again, Scorsese. I think couldn't get the movies made that he wanted to get made. So, and DiCaprio did a smart thing. He wanted good reviews. After being a recurring role on Growing Pains, and becomes this huge star. So Scorsese needed him to get the movies made. But yeah, I'm sure Scorsese would have rather had,
I don't really buy him as Howard Hughes either.
No.
And Beatty had nursed that for years. He was trying to get a Howard Hughes project off the
really?
ground.
Ned Beatty? Or
Yeah,
Warren
Ned Beatty.
He wound
Ned
up.
Beatty.
He wound up late in life.
He played him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, also, or J. Edgar Hoover.
Another one.
Oh, yes.
That was Eastwood,
yes.
Yeah. Eastwood directed that. But
Yeah.
again, if DiCaprio wants to do it, and even the makeup, the pig makeup I had on Mad TV was better than the J. Edgar Hoover makeup.
The makeup on, what's his name? Arm & Hammer was the other guy.
Yeah.
Armie
Yeah.
Hammer.
The guy he fucks.
Yeah. That looked like Night of the Living Dead.
I can't, again, like Brokeback Mountain to me should have a warning on it. 30 minutes in, two guys fuck in a tent. I mean, just out of nowhere. Like it starts out like that's a lawsuit. Like you have a lawsuit. It starts out like a regular Western. Like they're lassoing shit.
Yeah, it's like High Noon.
Yeah, it's like High Noon or something. Yeah, it's like Unforgiven. Like they're lassoing bulls and shit. And
Yeah, you say, hey, this is
a manly
John
movie.
Wayne Robert Mitchum. This is a man's movie
and then out
right
of nowhere, and then you're like 30 minutes in, you're like, where's the hot chick that they fuck? Like there's always a hot chick they fuck. And where's Renee Zellweger? And then two hot chicks come in and they don't fuck them at all. They're never fucking them. And then one night it's a little rainy out.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. But to me, the crazy thing about that movie is, and then all of a sudden, like Jake Gyllenhaal goes in the tent and they just start fucking like crazy. Heath Ledger turns over Jake Gyllenhaal and starts fucking him. But the crazy thing is, what are the odds that the other cowboy would be gay? Like he doesn't even ask him; he just starts fucking him. Like, what are the odds the other cowboy is also a homosexual? In 1961, Wyoming. You happen, Randy Quaid hires you.
Yeah, the hairdressers was straight.
Exactly. Like, who in the fuck? It's like as if John Wayne and Robert Mitchum just started blowing each other. Get over here, Pilgrim.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I was scarred for life after that.
That's the genesis of this podcast, actually. A rainy night in a tent.
Yeah.
Right, Gil?
It would be as if Aladdin and the parrot just started fucking. How would that sound, Gil?
On the subject of The Godfather, you want to say anything about Robert Evans passing away?
Oh, wow. Well, there's going to be a lot more blow in the world. Robert Evans, every story.
Oh, yeah.
You ever notice that everybody who has a Rodney Dangerfield story, it all somehow leads to them seeing his nuts through
Oh, yeah, the open ropes.
yes,
Every story's open ropes.
Every fucking Robert Evans movie leads to him doing coke with someone. Like he supposedly had like a little vial of blow.
Yeah.
Much like Red Fox, I heard. And just was this huge coke. But I mean, listen, made some of the best movies ever. And he's got a great line about Ally McGraw. She was dancing with me and thinking about Steve McQueen's cock.
That movie, that Kid Stays in the Picture, Doc, is so good.
You're talking about a guy who's obviously mentally ill, but, back in the 70s, the great thing about, Dennis Hopper, Nicholson,
Sure.
they were all these lunatic characters who got this amazing work done. Like the legacy in the 70s.
Even the filmmakers, people like Rafelson and those guys
absolutely.
were unhinged.
See, that's the thing. In older Hollywood, there was no such a thing as a drug addict or an alcoholic.
Right.
Everybody
they
was,
they all
and
were.
they did their work.
Right. That's why I'm staying famous, because no one's as big a loser. Like in this world, I'm an extraordinary loser. Like extraordinary. You go down to the Comedy Cellar now, and if a fucking comedian in his 20s accidentally ingests gluten, they go to rehab. Have a little gluten, asshole. So the fact that I'm this crazy pig-nosed heroin cocaine addict who snorted glass salt and OxyContin with a hooker in St. Louis, Aziz Ansari doesn't have a story like that.
And now another interlude.
Frank's faces when me and you do the show together, that's the show. That's the show. Yeah.
It's really a night off for me.
Yeah. He goes from some sort of weird, delightful look. Like sometimes he's enjoying it, like Jeffrey Epstein watching two cheerleaders do yoga. And then other times he's horrified.
I'm trying to represent both sides of the
You
audience.
do a great job, Frank. I feel for you, bro.
You're very sweet.
I feel for you.
What about, speaking of Jimmy Kahn, what about the quote from Thief? That's on your Twitter.
Again, Thief is an underrated
Another great
movie.
one, Michael Mann.
Michael Mann, yeah. His first film, Thief. All right. So James Caan walks into this guy's office and he's trying to get money back that the guy stole from him. So the guy goes, hey, who the fuck are you, Slick? What, somebody knows you? I don't know you. I don't know some clown named Gags. Get out of here. I am the last guy in the world that you want to fuck with. Now, you found my money on Gags. Now let us pretend that you do not know who this money belongs to. That's right. I don't know who you are, for Christ's sake. In 3 hours, I will call to set a meet, at which time you will pay me my money, $185,000. And then he just looks at Dennis Farina, who's like a young guy, and he goes, hey, you goof, look at the wall.
Very good.
But
hell of a movie.
Michael Mann, it's in his later work in Heat. He has this thing like the main characters are all these Marley, like ambiguous guys, like the guy like De Niro in the movie Heat.
Mm-hmm.
They all have this cadence. I think that's like a Chicago thing. They pronounce every word. At which time you will pay me my money, $185. You do not know who this money belongs. Like,
that's interesting.
You think they're overacting, but it's something Michael Mann, like De Niro does the same thing in Heat. I love Michael Mann.
Farina always spoke that way.
Yeah,
on screen.
That's a Chicago thing.
Really good stuff.
Chicago.
Good movie, Thief.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're just recommending movies as we go, but people can see these on your Twitter feed.
And I remember it's like, and if I see you first, I'm going to have to take you down.
Yeah, in Heat.
Oh, in Heat. Oh, the one scene they have together.
Pacino and De Niro. Yeah. They again, and then they followed that up with Righteous Kill.
Oh,
they don't talk about that one.
It's like Hervé Villachez on a lot of wine. Wrote an episode of Law and Order.
I wrote a great cop movie. It's got El Pacino and Robert De Niro.
You saved the hoo-ah over from the Hervé and Scent of a Woman.
If
That's an
Hervé
old
Villachez were
callback.
famous, Gilbert would be selling out arenas.
Absolutely.
some Spanish buying cocaine in the Bronx for 10 years. It's a fun way to learn another language, but it's a bit pricey.
All right, here's a wild card, Artie.
Yeah.
What do you know about Mr. Belvedere sitting on his own balls?
That's a great one.
I was there.
What,
I
when he sat on his balls?
didn't see him
Sit on his balls.
I was doing a guest spot on some TV show in some studio.
Right.
And there was an announcement. We were the first ones to know that Mr. Belvedere.
Why did they announce it?
Well, I don't think they formally. Attention! Mr. Belvedere, has sat on his ball.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now sitting on his balls,
Bob Shepard.
And then
Mr.
job.
Belvedere.
while Mr. Belvedere was sitting on his balls, he said, "Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth."
The Iron Horse. Imagine how big his fucking balls are. He sat on his ball. Well, Bob Uecker.
That's why I bring it up, because you heard it from your friend Bob Uecker.
Bob, my friend, he wants to kill me. I did a Bob Uecker impression on the Letterman show, and Uecker saw it after I met him playing golf with Norman. He told us the Belvedere Ball story. Because Uecker is the single filthiest human being. I never met a guy. He's a guy you know from announcing the national pastime. And he just kept, we were golfing with him, and this couple was in front of us. They were golfing. Hey, he yelled, he goes, "Hey, guys, you're so fucking slow golfing. What the fuck? What is that, a gang fuck up there?" So I do some. We're watching him. Me and Norm are watching Bob Uecker do a game. We went to Phoenix to watch the postseason baseball, preseason baseball. The Brewers against the Cubs. So Uecker has this cough button, you know, and when he hits the button, you know, he's not on the mic. So he's doing the game, and in between announcing plays, he sees a hot chick and says a grotesque, like, filthy thing about her, and then goes right back to the play. He's like, "Here's a ground ball to shortstop. Look at the tits on that fucking whore. Over to first base, 2 down."
Oh, my God.
So I cleaned that up a little bit.
I see.
And I tell that story on Letterman. So Uecker had met me a couple of times, and he sees Norm, and he gets mad. He goes, "Hey, I saw your buddy Artie Lange on Letterman." He told me Artie Lange.
Klein.
He goes, "That Artie Klein's a little short on material." Uecker was astonishingly funny without even knowing it. Like, okay, so Norm and I are in the booth at the game, and he sees John Fogerty, the guy from Creedence.
Sure.
With his 8-year-old son, who's a big Cub fan. So I guess Uecker has no idea about like that music and that era, but I guess Fogerty was introduced to him as a celebrity. So he sees him during a commercial, and he says to us, he says, "Hey, there's that fucking asshole John Fogerty." He goes, "He's with his fucking little kid. Hey, get him up here. You guys like rock and roll, right?" And we're like, "Don't bother him. I'll fucking get him up here. He'll sing for you." So he makes his assistant go and get John Fogerty and his 8-year-old kid. He brings him up. He goes, "Hey, these fuckers want to hear you sing. Sing something." And we go, "He doesn't want to hear us sing. He doesn't want to hear us sing." And he left. He goes, "I don't know what the fuck his problem is. The guy's a singer for a living. He won't fucking sing." And he goes, "You guys know who he is, right?" And me and Norm said, "Yeah, he's Creedence Clearwater Revival." And he goes, "Yeah, he sings all that shit."
Gino's hero, Bob Uecker. He's going to be so crushed.
Stop looking. He was more of a hero of mine.
Yeah, of course.
He's just so fucking funny.
What do you know about the Pat McCormick helicopter story? Do you know anything
Pat
about
McCormick,
this?
the writer for The Tonight Show?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. No, what is that?
You got to tell him.
What, with his cock or something? He does a windmill like Jack Warden.
We had some celebrity scandals come up on this show.
Yeah.
Just no celebrities. Some celebrity scandals come on the show. No celebrity. Go ahead. So what happened?
that
any Pat McCormick reference, like, get the young kids.
Yeah. Well, the one.
Pat McCormick.
It's going back to Smokey and the Bandit.
Okay,
We're
go
working
ahead.
it in.
What is it? Oh, no. Well, that's Smokey and the Bandit 2. Pat McCormick's in that.
Yeah.
Him and Paul
Williams.
Paul Williams.
Paul Williams, right.
One day we find it, the rainbow connection, the lover, the dreamers and me, all of us under its spell. We know that it couldn't be magic.
All right, wait. We have to do this. We have to call an agent at CAA in his early 30s and say, I got a tape of a comedian I want you to hear. He does Hervé Villachez as Paul Williams. And see how fast he fucking hangs the phone up. Like you want to pack him in at the Millennial Pussy Festival.
Have you heard his John MacGyver?
We've only just begun to live what waits in promises.
It's Gordon Lightfoot.
All right, fuck the Pat McCormick story.
What did he do? He swung his cock like a helicopter?
No, he used to.
He once shit in his bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dressed like a pig.
and he was lying next to Paul Williams.
Gilbert just did Hervé Villachez as Paul Williams.
I know. It's surreal.
That was, I'm trying to think the last time that was relevant. It was actually never relevant.
The Mike Douglas Show, 1976.
The Mike Douglas Show. The Douglas MacArthur Show.
The Woody Woodbury Show.
Woody Woodbury. Oh, he's around.
That's something with your Arthur Godfrey.
How are you? How are you?
I just wanted him to do that. Yeah. Okay. Listen. This is the meeting in the boardroom at CAA. We need a comic who can do Hervé Villachez as Paul Williams, and we need an Arthur Godfrey guy.
Every big agency has an Arthur Godfrey guy. He's WME's Arthur Godfrey guy.
Arthur Godfrey's last grandkid died 40 years ago.
Then I guess you're not going to appreciate my Hal Holbrook question.
I work with Hal
I
Holbrook.
know, in The Bachelor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was he like?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But another great story. Okay. Ed Asner and Hal Holbrook and myself are in that movie, The Bachelor. First of all, the movie The Bachelor, I play Chris O'Donnell. Supposedly I'm Chris O'Donnell's best friend since the second grade. It looks like we never met. There's no chemistry at all. It looks like I just put his cable in that morning and like he's trying to avoid me.
It's the one based on the old Buster Keaton
It is,
thing.
right.
Yeah,
So
Seven
when you
Chances.
think who this generation's Buster Keaton is, Chris O'Donnell's the first name. A lot of people do call him Stoneface in the acting community. But yeah, we need a Buster Keaton, a modern day Buster Keaton, Chris O'Donnell. It's like a fucking reflex. Okay, so Ed Asner, me and Hal Holbrook, and we shot it in San Francisco for like a month and a half, and I got to have lunch with Ed Asner and Hal Holbrook the whole fucking time. Al Holbrook says, and again, he said this in front of like everybody, the whole crew were about to shoot a scene. And Brooke Shields was in the scene. So she's standing there for this. And Hal Holbrook says, I got a phone call. And Ed Asner goes, we're about to fucking shoot, Hal. Who called you? He goes, oh, my wife Dixie's coming. And he goes, come on, Hal. We all know you're a fucking fag. Screams that out. I have no evidence of that. That's what he screamed out. Okay.
Great. Sweet story.
Yeah. I have a lot of charming anecdotes about legendary. I got one about Mr. Rogers jerking off a priest. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
That's a
speaking of your ex-co-stars, we lost Seymour Cassell since the last time you were with us.
Absolutely.
A guy who you worked with in Beer League, who did everything.
Now, Seymour Cassell is one of the most fascinating sort of characters in the history of Hollywood. Two separate books. Ronnie Wood's book, the guitarist for the Rolling Stones. They come off the Tattoo You tour in the early 80s. They were on the road for 2 years. And supposedly Ronnie Woods and the sax player for the Stones, Bobby Keys, after that road trip, locked themselves in Ronnie Wood's bathroom and smoked cocaine for 2 years. Like that's in his book. He couldn't get out of the bathroom. Seymour Cassell is always in these stories where there's drugs and shit. Supposedly Seymour lived up the hill from them and would come down in these horror masks to like, you're all paranoid on coke, and would just scare them. Like 15 years later, Slash's book from Guns N' Roses comes out. He comes off the Appetite for Destruction tour. He stays in a bathroom for 2 years and smokes coke. The bathroom, though, was at Seymour's house.
Wow.
Seymour's always like...
He's like the Zelig of these stories.
He's like the Zelig of cocaine. But so Seymour and I got along, obviously. But he was exactly the same. He was so fucking funny in that movie.
What a career.
I mean, he's, yeah, absolutely. And there's a scene where we're doing coke at the bachelor party scene. The movie goes, why don't we use real shit? Like, you wanted to use real cocaine. Which I gladly would have done at the time. He was a rock star type, Seymour. I loved it.
You see him in all those Cassavetes pictures.
Mariah Carey was in that.
In The Bachelor.
Yeah.
She's in The Bachelor, yeah. She was 10 hours late. She showed up like 10 hours late to the set and thought like that would be cool. like everybody's on overtime, and yeah. She was a bit of a nightmare. I met her briefly, but yeah, I called her Pariah Carey. But I actually have. I've worked with a lot of, way more successful people.
Did you spend any time with Roger Moore when you were making Boat Trip?
I met at his trailer. At his trailer. Yeah, I met him, and he's exactly like, he's got all those James Bond manners. You think he could fuck your girlfriend in 2 seconds. Like, if you leave your girlfriend alone with Roger Moore, he's fucking her. He's like the A-Rod of, has-been actors. But he just died too, right?
Yeah, a little bit ago. Yeah. Also, Max Wright died, a guy you worked with on the Norm Show.
Yeah, Max Wright, again.
Yeah.
These stories are crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Actually, when I tell these stories, I seem like a Boy Scout. Okay, Max Wright, great actor. He did shit like the Ibsen Festival, like a classic actor. He's on this ABC sitcom with us.
You know Max Wright? You talked about him on the show.
He was an Alf.
Oh, okay.
The guy, now, this guy...
all that jazz.
Right, exactly. This guy is like a classically trained Shakespearean actor. Like Shakespeare in the Park type shit. Like I said, Ibsen festivals, all that stuff. And he's doing these sitcoms to make money. The scripts for the Norm Show must have looked like someone wrote them in crayon on a bathroom wall. And he was kind of depressed about that, but he needed the money. Real nice guy and great on the show. I do the show for 2 years, and I start becoming a regular on the Howard Stern Show. I find out that I'm going to do the Howard Stern Show because Jackie left. Okay. Now, picture this. I just do a sitcom for 2 years with Max Wright. The day before I'm about to sit in on the Howard Stern Show, there's a picture on the cover of the National Enquirer of Max, I'm not exaggerating, smoking crack while he's jerking off some gay male hooker and making out with a black midget. That's accurate. Okay, that's accurate. There's a picture of it. Like they blurred it out. The guy I did a sitcom with for 2 years, the day before I'm going to do the Howard Stern Show, is on the cover of the National Enquirer. Before Howard said Artie Lange's here, Fred was still playing the opening music. Hey, did you work with that Max Wright guy? I said, the first thing, what do I say? How do you defend that? There was a picture of him jerking off a male hooker, smoking crack, and practically making out with a black midget who was also smoking crack.
Gilbert, do you have anything to add to that?
See,
a black little person. It was Beetlejuice. By the way, Beetlejuice on the Stern Show told me I was a mess.
oh, jeez.
Wow. Praise from Caesar. You want some questions from fans?
Oh, absolutely.
Greg Wilson. Hey, Artie, how much of your character and storyline in Crashing was true? You really came across as a generous guy in that series.
Well, I play Artie Lange. Yeah. Yeah,
very funny on that show.
Thank
by the way.
you. No,
very funny.
Yeah, I try to help people out, unlike Gilbert, with money sometimes.
Gilbert was on Crashing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
As Gilbert Gottfried. Yes,
much like the Cosby Show, the highest rated episode. do what's the weird thing about Bill Cosby right now? He's got that crazy eye that looks the other way.
Yes.
And, you know, this is actually medical fact. You know, you get that when you're raping a girl, you got to keep one eye on the door. What do you look at? The pills, the girl, the drink?
Yeah.
And it becomes permanent. I got one eye on the door.
You know what Cosby said when the cops broke in?
What?
Oh! Why the cops
Hey!
Here's the house of
I read somewhere, I don't know if this is true, I read on the internet that one of the girls supposedly had an 8-year-old son who said something, like wanted to testify against Bill Cosby. And I thought, God, kids do say the darndest things. Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. Sam Weisberg. Were there any Chris Farley improvs that did not make the final cut of Dirty Work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you share one?
Okay. He wanted to do this one line about his nose. Well, his character gets his nose bit off by a Saigon whore. That's his character. So we had all these jokes, like Asian jokes. Like he says, "Shut your cake hole, Yoko," like all this stuff. And he added some other Asian jokes that we had to cut out. But okay. Here's a Chris Farley story about Dirty Work. In between Dirty Work and dying, he hosted Saturday Night Live. And he was so out of control. Norm Macdonald called me up and said, "Hey, listen, man, Farley's out of control with cocaine. You got to help me watch him at the after party after the show." That's how out of control he was. He wanted me to watch him. Okay.
My favorite year.
Yeah, exactly. So I go to the after party, and Norm is talking to somebody, and he goes, "Watch Farley, make sure nothing crazy happens." I see Chris go into a bathroom with Andy Dick. For 5 minutes, okay? He comes out giggling. So Norm comes back and goes, "What's up with Farley?" I go, "Bad news, dude." He goes, "What?" He goes, I just saw him go into a bathroom with Andy Dick." And I said to Norm, this is how fast Norm is. I said to Norm, "There's only 2 reasons a man goes into a bathroom with Andy Dick." And I said, neither one of them's good. And without missing a beat, Norm goes, "Holy fuck, I hope he's high." Good news, he was high. Yeah, that's what Norm said.
Speaking of Dirty Work, we lost the great Rickles since you were last on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Don Rickles. I mean, come on.
Mr. Warmth.
Again, who in the hell is going to get away? Barack Obama visited his house in Malibu, and when they asked how it went, he told the press he stole a broom. Okay, I mean, that like right there, that just sums up.
Nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, who's doing that?
And
Nobody.
You had your own experience with it.
And Obama was so cool about it. He's like, "Yeah, it's Don Rickles. Grow up." But yeah, I again, it's the first scene I'm shooting in the first movie I get, and Gilbert knows if you're going to get fired from a movie, it's in the first week. Because they realize you suck, and they. But if you last longer than a week, you'll probably get in there because now they got you on film. You got them by the balls. So I'm afraid I'm going to blow a take or whatever. So Don Rickles is the first guy up, and we wrote him. They wrote him jokes, insult jokes for me and Norm, and he couldn't remember the line. So we just said, "Fuck it, it's Don Rickles. Just look at Norm and Artie and insult these two. He'll be able to do it." So this is the first scene I'm in, the first shot. And there was all this money going, the film is going, and I don't know what Rickles is going to say. He comes up to me during a take and goes, look at you, you baby gorilla." Then he looks at my stomach and goes, "Having a good time, ice cream? Dancing around?" He goes, "Baskin Robbins called me and said that you ate them down to only 5 flavors. You fat fucking pig." So I laugh every time. I laughed 20 straight times. I said, "I'm going to get fired." So finally I got the takedown. So he insults me. Then the next take he had to go to Norm. So he goes to Norm and he goes, "How did you get a movie?" And they go, cut. They go, "Don, you can't insult Norm as Norm Macdonald. He's got a character."
Insulting him. out of character.
He's insulting the guy playing the guy.
Oh, God.
And then he goes, okay, I want
Saget must have fun.
So, right. So Saget's directing it. Oh, by the way, so Bob Saget's directing it. Okay. Rickles at 6 o'clock in the morning has all that Don Rickles energy. Walks up to Saget and goes, Bob, congratulations. I told Marty Scorsese, Bob Saget's directing a film. The man grabbed his chest. He goes, what are you doing? Do the video show. A cat fucked the dog. You got to check. I told Marty Scorsese, Bob Saget's directing a film. The man grabbed his chest.
Hilarious.
He was like the Don Rickles energy from, I said to him, the publicity woman, and I don't know if this tape still exists for the movie. At the end of the shoot, Rickles, I said to Don, could you videotape a message from my mom? Her name is Judy. So he looks in the thing and he goes, Judy, I just worked with your son. It must have been fun having him. He imitated my mother giving birth. It's like giving birth to a gorilla. And then he goes, he's a great actor. I just saw him act. Good luck working construction.
Nobody like him.
No.
Nobody like him.
I remember I heard a story. Rickles was in a restaurant and Morgan Freeman walked past him and he said, hey, Morgan, you need it in the kitchen.
My God.
I'm working on a character, Tracy Morgan Freeman. I'm God. I be God. Tracy Morgan Freeman. Again, do you know the Don Rickles story about the first time he saw Sinatra after Sinatra's kid was kidnapped? Do you know that story?
Oh,
No, I don't think we do.
Okay. Dennis Miller told me this on my old podcast. So, Sinatra's kid gets kidnapped. He's 21 years old. And it was kind of known amongst the community he was trying to sing, but he wasn't a great singer like his dad.
Yeah.
So the kidnappers in the story, they had Sinatra's son in a trunk for 3 days. And the story was the kidnappers just let him out of the trunk on the side of a road. And that's how the FBI found him. They just let him out of the trunk for no reason. So it was in the news. Why did they let him out of the trunk? So Rickles, after Sinatra takes a sabbatical, sees Sinatra in Vegas like a couple of weeks later and goes, Frank, I'm so sorry to hear about your son. How's everything? He goes, it's going to be okay. He goes, do you see, I just saw on the news, they found out why they let him out of the car. And he said, why? He goes, because he started singing in the trunk. He goofed on how shitty his voice was. He just had his kid kidnapped. I mean, talking about the only guy who could say that to Frank fucking Sinatra.
Wow. That's a great story.
Yeah.
Wow.
He started singing in the trunk.
We have never heard that.
Let him out.
This is for both of you.
Okay.
Worst death scene. Buddy Hackett
This
and
podcast.
And Bud and Lou.
Episode 302.
I could add a third one. Buddy Hackett and Bud and Lou, or Sophia Coppola in Godfather 3.
Oh, my God.
Gil?
Wow.
Okay. Well, again, Gilbert, you do Buddy Hackett dying at the end of that movie.
Oh, yes,
It's
yes.
fantastic. With the ice cream, strawberry ice.
You know, I think I strawberry maltage in my day, but this one's the best.
Here's Sophia Coppola dying as Lou Costello. Daddy? Daddy, this is the best strawberry ice cream. Daddy? First of all, How about in Godfather 3, how about the way Al Pacino dies? That's how that saga fucking ends. He looks like Benny Hill. He looks like he just goes,
He should fall off a trike.
I remember when
Like
I
Artie
saw
Johnson.
it. When I saw it,
yeah.
I thought of Artie Johnson.
Yeah, falling off the trike.
Yeah.
In the
and
raincoat.
laughing.
The red yellow raincoat.
Or when Ruth Buzzy would hit him with the, and he.
It would have been better if Ruth Buzzy. It would have been better if Ruth Buzzy fucking hit him and he fell off the wheelchair. I mean, if you add the Benny Hill music to that, it's like an episode of Benny Hill. He goes like this and he just falls over like a ventriloquist dummy.
All it needed was a girl in a bra and garters and a cop
chasing her.
Some sort of weird sexual deviancy.
Yes.
No, but I mean that is like that is true.
We have to go through everything wrong with Godfather.
And nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah,
How did that?
Well, Coppola, I think they came to Coppola originally after 2, and this is when he had some integrity.
Yep.
He said this is a Coppola quote, the only movie that would make sense is The Godfather meets Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, right. He did say that.
I mean,
He did
that's
say that.
fantastic, which would be fantastic.
And we
Was
just did
there
it.
a heart attack? Clemenza had a... There was no heart attack. There was no heart attack. You're up here drinking champagne cocktail. Sonny.
Oh, Clemenza.
You're telling me Clemenza had a heart attack. Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that Tatalia's a pimp. You're telling me Tatalia's a pimp.
Buenos Aires, Buenos Aires. What did I do to deserve such disrespect?
I'm telling you right now, you never came over. My mother's godfather, your only child.
We should do a whole Godfather 3 episode sometime.
Yeah.
We really should.
Godfather
And break
4.
it down.
Or a Funky Monkey 2 episode.
Either one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to make you do another one
Oh, Christ.
before we get you out of here.
Christ.
This one, Gilbert might join in because he has a similar impression. The one I was really struck by on your Twitter page was your Odd Couple scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'll do Walter Matthau talking to
Jack Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon as Felix. Okay. For 9 months, I left alone in this apartment, all alone in 8 big rooms. I was dejected, despondent, and disgusted. And then you moved in, my closest and most dearest friend. And after 3 weeks of close personal contact, I'm about to have a nervous breakdown. Do me a favor, will you, Felix? Move into the kitchen. Live with your pots, your pans, your ladles, your meat thermometers. And when you want to come out, just ring a bell, and I'll come running into the bedroom. I'm asking you nicely, Felix, as a friend. Stay out of my way.
That's a goddamn good math,
Yeah,
Gil.
or the Sunshine Boys when he goes, hello, who is it? Huh? Will you shut up? Will you keep quiet? Can't you see I'm talking? Don't you see me on the phone with a person? For God's sakes, can you act like a human being for 5 seconds? For 5 seconds, can you act like a human being?
Give him a little, Gil.
Come on, man.
One of my favorite parts in The Odd Couple is when he wants to stop Jack Lemmon, when Jack Lemmon's suicidal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great.
And he goes, is this the 12th floor? And he goes, no, it's not the 12th floor. It's the 11th floor. You wouldn't get it. And then when he hates him for messing up with the Pigeon Sisters,
perfect.
he opens the window really loud and goes, it's the 12th floor, Felix.
First of all, that math now is unbelievable. But my one of the best jokes in the history of fucking movies is after they take Felix takes a whole bottle of pills and they're trying to figure out what Matthau keeps saying, what kind of pills did you take? He goes, what difference does it make? You took a whole bottle. Well, maybe they were vitamins. You could be the healthiest one in the room where you take it easy.
I like that one. And the FU.
Oh, yeah.
Notes on my pillow.
We're all out of cornflakes. FU. Took me 3 hours to figure out FU meant Felix Unger. How about Gilbert's Walter Matthau? Another relevant impression.
Yes.
Can you work on?
He's got a Herb Edelman that'll knock you out of that chair, buddy.
Can you work on Nicki Minaj? Do you do Nicki Minaj? No, I do Herb Edelman. Every one of those fucking guys is hilarious in that movie.
Oh, well, they're all
Larry,
good.
the guy who plays Speed.
Yeah, Larry Gelman.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, all good. Yeah. I forget his name.
Then there's
The
a
other guy.
part where they're all leaving, and they go, if you need anything, if Felix does anything, I'm on like 75th Street. I could be here in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And the other one says, I'm on 80th. I could be here in a second. Call me anytime. And he goes, I'm going to be at the Fountain Blue in Florida. And he goes, you'll be the first one I'll call.
You'll be the first one I call, baby. Hey, the Pigeon Sisters. I love when he goes. I love when he forgets their name. He goes, "This is wait, don't tell me, Robin. No, Cardinal." He goes, Cardinal. No, both wrong. Wrong both times. It's Pigeon.
It's great.
They were hot.
and-
Same Pigeon Sisters as the show, by the way.
Yes,
Yes.
The same two
One of them,
actresses.
we lost one last year.
And when Jack Lemmon says to him, he says, don't you see? I can't go back to their apartment. I cried in front of them. And they loved it. I'm thinking of getting hysterical.
You could stay out here and finish the weather report. How'd you get the Pigeon Sisters, man? Yeah. How about Mike Tyson raising the Pigeon Sisters? Yeah, listen, I raise pigeons. The Pigeon Sisters. I like pigeons. I like the Pigeon Sisters. I'm raising the Pigeon Sisters.
Felix! Felix!
It took me 3 hours to figure out that few man Felix Hunger. You white pussy.
Oh, boy. Well,
This was a workout.
tell us about the new podcast.
Now it's garbage.
It's not spaghetti, it's linguine. Now it's garbage. That's for just
I love throw the lousy cup. When
Yeah.
you can't throw
Oh,
when you
yes.
can't throw the cup.
throw it a lousy cup.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, now I got to tell you when I'm going to be home late from a bar.
Tell us about the
The
podcast.
new podcast is called Artie Lange's Halfway House. It starts in a couple of weeks.
And how long will that last?
About halfway to the house. I'm on the 2-year plan.
And there's a documentary of some kind happening, maybe, sort of?
I got a lot of footage of my back when I was fucked up. I got footage of me on coke and heroin that is insane, like fucking Sundance Film Festival type tragic shit.
Really?
And then combined with my transformation into a much lesser scumbag, and my new stand up. Yeah, so I got all this footage that I'm going to turn into a documentary. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
In my new stand-up, I'm doing Richard Whitmark.
That's fresh for you.
He's doing a reading of the original Birth of a Nation. Gilbert's doing live readings of silent films. Wow. Guys, thank you so
Artie,
much.
unbelievable.
I love you. I love Dara. I love Frank.
You're sweet. All right, take us out with one more.
All right. Go ahead.
Robert Shaw in The Sting.
You're past posting, aren't you, Kelly? How? We usually require a tie at this table, Mr. Shaw. If you don't have one, we can get you one. Well, that'd be awful nice of you. Thanks a lot, Mr. Loneman. Lonigan. You're going to be remembering that, Mr. Shaw. You're going to get yourself another game.
He's good. He's good. Thanks, Betty.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Love you.